I'm Courtney Fallon, and welcome to the Game Plan on Reach TV, your insider guide to this week's key NFL action. In the Game Plan, I tap into the Bleav podcast network to bring you the most important information you need to know for this week's big games. Let's start off with some expert insight on the state of the NFL from Anthony Armstrong from the Bleav in Commanders podcast in our 3 and Out segment to catch you up on where we stand going into the holiday weekend.
Thanks for having me, Courtney. Good to see you again. Now let's get into this. This has been a great NFL season. So many storylines going on, but I want to talk about the NFL draft, the future of the league that will be coming in. Who's going to be making these selections come April? So will a quarterback go number 1 overall in this draft? Probably so. It'll be Caleb Williams out of USC. Now, is he going to be in Chicago, or will Ryan Poles make some more deals to allow another team to move up? Now, as it sits, 2nd overall pick is Arizona Cardinals. Right now, I think they're going to go and get a Marvin Harrison Jr., super talented receiver out of Ohio State. He could be in play in the desert. Now, secondly, injuries. This is an unfortunate part of the game, but it comes with it. Now, what team has been affected the most by their superstar being injured? I got to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Coming into the year, Joe Burrow was a little bit hobbled. He got healthy, and then just now, he's been placed back on IR, torn wrist ligament. He's going to be out for the rest of this season. Now, third down, my biggest surprise this season has been everything that's been going on down in H-Town. D'Amico Ryans, Bobby Slowick Jr. at OC, CJ Stroud, and Tank Dell. Those guys are doing it big in the H. All rookies, all new to their position, and they're having a lot of success. Now, as I punt it back to you, Courtney, my offensive coordinator of the year right now is going to stay in H-Town. You got to give it to Bobby Slowick Jr. The guy's been doing an absolutely amazing job. He's putting his quarterback in a position to make plays, and they are lighting up the scoreboard. He's doing his thing. So Bobby Slowick Jr., well done, my man. Keep it up. Courtney?
Going into Thanksgiving weekend, I've decided to focus on 3 key games that could have a major impact on the season. And this first game is my favorite by far. The first key game is a battle for the AFC South as the Jaguars travel to the Lone Star State, yes, that's Texas, to battle their division foes, the Houston Texans. This is a huge game and a straight-up division battle with the Jags sitting 1 game up on the Texans in the division. The Texans did beat the Jaguars earlier in the season and could be on their way to stealing the division. We shall see. CJ Stroud last week had his welcome to the NFL moment. That's the quarterback for the Texans. He's a rookie. You heard me talking about him constantly. I know that Trevor Lawrence has a little more experience, and he did throw 4 touchdowns last week against the Texans, but Tank Dell, the rookie wide receiver, and CJ Stroud, that tandem is unstoppable. I'm going with the hot hand here. I'm saying the Texans will beat the Jaguars in this game. My next key game is a battle to stay alive in the tough AFC North as the 6-4 Steelers travel to Cincinnati to battle the 5-5 Bengals. This is a very important game for both teams who are still in the playoff mix, even though they do sit at 3rd and 4th in the division. Now, with Joe Burrow out for the season, the Bengals will have to lean on their defense, who sits 2nd in the league with 10 takeaways. The only issue is the Steelers lead the league with 11 turnovers. So needless to say, this will be an old-fashioned defensive battle. That's much like we were talking about a couple weeks ago with the hot hand and the Cincinnati Bengals. They just lost Joe Burrow for the season, and I think that is just way too much to bear. Listen, this is the Steelers' game to have. And my final key game of the week, we'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills head south to Philly to battle the first-place Philadelphia Eagles. Up to this point, the Bills have had an up-and-down season and look nothing like the preseason contenders that we thought they would be. They are desperate for a marquee win, and nothing would be bigger than beating the Eagles at the Link. But no team has been more consistent than the Eagles, who sit comfortably atop the NFC East. But we're talking about consistency here. Where have the Bills been in terms of consistency? I just cannot see anything the Bills are doing well. Sean McDermott's job is on the line. I've got the Eagles all the way in this one. So those are my 3 key games for the week. Now let's check in with Will McFadden from the Bleav in Falcons podcast, who will give you some professional advice for your holiday fantasy team.
Thanks, Courtney. Week 12, man, how did we get here so quickly? Let's dig into my selections for Week 12, starting at quarterback. Lamar Jackson is going up against the Los Angeles Chargers, which is a great place to be if you're an opposing quarterback. They are allowing the second most fantasy points per game to opposing quarterbacks, so I really like Lamar in this matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers. Looking at running back, I mentioned Thanksgiving. Let's go with the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day. I'm going with rookie Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Gibbs is going to go off on Thursday. Gibbs is finally showing that explosiveness, that playmaking ability that we all could not wait to see when he was drafted by Detroit. Another Thanksgiving Day game is my wide receiver selection, and that is going to be CeeDee Lamb for the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. All you really need to know about this selection and why I made it is to look back at Week 8 and what A.J. Brown did against the Commanders. So CeeDee Lamb is my receiver pick for Week 12. Let's move to tight end, where with Andrews out of the picture, I think Hawkinson, Laporta, obviously Travis Kelce is up there, but those guys are now the premier tight ends in the league. And Hawkinson with Josh Dobbs as quarterback, their connection has been very, very solid. Got two left. Defense. How about Kansas City? I know that Vegas has been kind of a fun story recently, but I just think the Chiefs are going to be rounding into playoff form. They have been allowing the fewest points in the league heading into Monday night's matchup in Week 11, so I think they're going to continue that. Finally, a waiver wire pick. How about Odell Beckham Jr.? He has been really coming on strong the last 3 weeks for Baltimore. He really could add a lot of value to your fantasy lineups as you're looking at these playoff matchups. I think Odell Beckham Jr. is a very, very fun waiver wire add in Week 12. So that's what I've got. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving week, enjoys a lot of football, and I'll send it back to you, Courtney.
That's all the time we have on the game plan today. Go check out the Bleav Podcast Network for more in-depth analysis on every team in the league. And don't forget, you can catch every NFL game live on Reach TV all season long. We'll see you next week.